Hey, welcome to my journey. We're back for meal prep. I told you on my way in I was going to have to go back to it. I enjoyed those last couple of weeks not doing it. I'm telling you, I enjoyed getting up on Saturday and not having to fool with it. But it really and truly does help me stay on track through the week. And I found that out the hard way, that when I am left to my own devices, it can get ugly as far as what I choose to eat. So what I'm making this week is so quick and simple and easy, it's almost embarrassing. But here is proof that you don't have to go to some big to-do to do a meal prep. You can take help from the store. That's what I did this week. I took help from the store. I mean, the breakfast, simple oven omelet. Eggs, ham, cheese, mix it up, bake it. Simple, done. While that was baking, I made lunch. It is buffalo shrimp, and I used a bottle of buffalo sauce. I didn't have to do anything to it. Cook my shrimp and put my sauce on it. And then I made some ranch dressing to drizzle on top. And I didn't make my own ranch. I used my Hidden Valley mix. And I did both of those while my breakfast was still in the oven. So I did double duty. And that's it. That's what we're having this week. I'm going to wrap my buffalo shrimp in lettuce. It's the hydroponic lettuce, the butter lettuce. So that's what I'm doing this week. I could have made like a slaw to go on the shrimp, but I really didn't want one. I just thought I would just leave it just as is with the lettuce. And then if I'm still hungry, I can have a piece of fruit or some little cucumbers, some little odds and ends that I've got around. I got me some sugar-free puddings when I was at the store. And something else I got in there. Oh, some of those sugar-free parfaits, Jello parfaits. They're really good. So I got some of those in case I need to get snacky. And some Slim Jims to go on my cheese sticks. So with my meal prep and my snacks, I think I should have a good week. Knock on wood. So let's turn around and look. Give you proof that you don't have to make a big deal to meal prep. Meal prep is kind of, when you hear, oh, I'm going to meal prep, you think it's like some big all-day event. No, I don't even think it took me an hour, really. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I was going to get up and do it because whenever I prep, when I get up, I'll start sometimes before 6 o'clock in the morning. Just depends on when I want to start. And it dawned on me I had an early morning doctor's appointment. So I didn't even dread coming home and doing this later in the day because it was so easy. But don't let the word meal prep scare you. Don't. Just something that you want to eat. You're just making a big batch of it and storing it in the fridge. That's all you're doing. You're just making something ahead of time. No big deal. So get out there and find you something to meal prep. See if it helps you. If you have trouble picking and choosing the wrong things during the week, if you're trying to lose weight, or even if you're not trying to lose weight, if you're just trying to eat healthier, then think of something to meal prep. Come up with something. I have all kind of videos. Some things are a hit, some things are a miss. But if you go look at my playlist, meal prep, you'll see all kind of things for all kind of programs. So the recipe for these, I'm not going to put a recipe up for that shrimp because it is literally cooked shrimp with bottled sauce. No. And then I will put the recipe for the oven omelet. It's very simple. So they will be linked below in the description box. And that will take you to my website where I have all of my recipes listed. And as I always tell you, if you make a recipe, change anything in it you like, because chances are when I made it, I changed something. Very few recipes that I find do I make exactly like they say to. I changed something, whether it's an amount, an ingredient, the size, whatever. I changed something because that's what we do as cooks. So you feel free to play with my recipes. Some of them, I even say on the recipe, this is what I would do different next. So there you have it. All right. I'm going to quit talking so we can turn around and do this big old heavy and duty cooking we're doing today. For breakfast, we're going to do a ham and cheese oven omelet. I have 8 eggs, and I'm going to season it with some house seasoning. And house seasoning is just Paula Dean's recipe for house seasoning. And you can either Google hers or you can go to my website and it will be listed there. It's just Paula Dean's house seasoning. I like to put it on everything. So I need half a cup of, I'm using half and half. Use any milk you want to use. My half and half, I call it low fat because I take a fat-free and a regular and I combine them. So I consider that low fat, as if I were getting it at Food Line, because they've been out of it for a couple of months now. But anyway, we just want to beat this together really well. Okay. Then we need 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, or any kind you want, really. That's up to you. And then 8 ounces of ham, and I'm just using this. It's Kentucky Legend. We really like this. It's just a ham steak, and you can see I got it on markdown, and I had it in the freezer. And I just took it and diced it. You could use any breakfast meat that you like, I imagine. Canadian bacon, sausage, bacon. Then I sprayed my 11 by 7 bacon dish. I'm just going to dump it right on in there and bake this at 400 degrees until it is set up. I'm going to say 20 to 30 minutes. That way it gives you a range. I'll let you know how long it took mine. I wanted to show you, this is fresh out of the oven, 25 minutes. The center is set up nice and firm, and you can see it started getting brown around the edges where you can see how it puffed up. As it cools, that will settle down. So I'm going to let it sit here and cool enough to where I can cut it and get it put in a container. Okay, I think it is safe to cut. If you don't have one of these are the hand, I don't even know where I got this. I've just had it, seems like my whole life. But it's a spatula with a cutting edge on it. It's not going to chop onions or anything like that. But for cutting through cakes and things like this, it's nice. And I never get my pieces even, ever. So let's see. There we go. Looks pretty good. Okay, well, I am going to just store them in here, because my refrigerator room at this moment is at a premium. While our breakfast is cooking, we will go ahead and get started on this shrimp, because it is going to be done in the blink of an eye. So heat your pan, add a little bit of oil. I'm using avocado. Then I have a pound. Nope, I think this is 12 ounces. It's not a recipe's amount. It's whatever, how much ever shrimp you want to make. Oh, yeah, it's hot enough. How much ever shrimp you need to make. But I think that's 12 ounces. It is the medium, and they look kind of big to me to be medium, but that's okay. You use how much shrimp you want and whatever size shrimp you want. And I'm not going to season it because this sauce is seasoned enough. So I want to cook these until they are done. Now I wanted to show you, this was previously frozen shrimp, and so it's let off a whole bunch of liquid. So I'm going to drain this before I add my sauce. So if this happens to you, don't worry. That's perfectly normal. Now we're going to add some buffalo sauce. I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's mild, and it's still a little bit too hot for me, so I'm not going to add much. We had a recipe, seems like when we were doing Nutrisystem, that used this, and I found out I could eat it in small amounts. So when I decided to do the shrimp, let me turn that off. I was like, I'm going to try that. We're going to see. But I got a secret weapon to help in case it is a little bit too hot. We're going to look at that in a minute. Smells really good. Whew, I'm scared to add too much, but I do want it saucy. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing any more. Okay, I'm just going to... Oh, y'all probably can't see nothing for all that steam. I apologize. So I'm just going to set that back off the burner, and then we're going to slide over here. Here is my secret weapon, ranch dressing. Now, you can do blue cheese, or you can do none if you decide not to, but I'm going to make a whole batch. So this is 1 cup of mayonnaise, and I am using today Duke's Light. Duke's is my favorite, but to save some calories, if I'm eating it straight up on a sandwich, I prefer Duke's. If it's in a recipe like this, where it's masked by a lot of flavor, then the Light's okay. And then I bet I should have got a bigger bowl. The package calls for a cup of mayonnaise and a cup of milk. I'm using buttermilk just because buttermilk ranch is good. So we're going to whisk that together a little bit. I'm careful. Then I'm taking the easy way out using my Hidden Valley Ranch, which I like. I need 3 tablespoons. So 1, 2, and that would equal a packet. 1 packet. And whisk it together. Then I'm just going to store it in a quart mason jar. For the week. And if I decide to make a salad, I will have some. I could have got by with the pint jar, but this way I didn't accidentally roll over the the sides, what I'm trying to say. So, listen, we finished lunch and breakfast is still in the oven, so that tells you how quick this goes together. Okay, so here is our quick and easy meal prep for the week. I have my ham and cheese oven omelet, and of course all the numbers will be on the screen. And for lunch, I have my buffalo shrimp wraps. This is just the shrimp. I'm just putting it in one little container, and our ranch dressing. And this, if you've never had it, this is what they consider hydroponic lettuce. It's grown in water. So what I will do is I will just take the leaves. I'm going to leave it in this. I'm not going to wash it or mess with it. I'll just leave it, take the leaves off as I need them, pull a leaf off, scoop some shrimp in it, put some dressing on it, and eat it like a wrap. But I'll just do those the day that I need them. So that's it. That is what I'm making this week. I hope it keeps me on track. These past couple weeks where I hadn't done it, I really needed it. So hope you're having a good weekend. And I'm not sure when I'll see you next, but I will see you when I see you.